Hi guys, welcome back. I am Maya with Simply Bloom. So I have some roses here. My family and I had a little family day the other day and we stopped at our local Menards. I feel like that's all we go lately. I've talked about Menards like the last 3 videos. However, we stopped by our Menards and they had some dormant roses out and I went a little stir crazy and I'm just craving anything to do with gardening right now. So we got some roses. Not all of these will survive my zone. I'm in northern Minnesota, zone 3. A couple of these are zone 5. If I like them enough, I might put them in pots and then bring them into the garage for winter time, and we'll see if they will survive staying in just our garage for the winter. Otherwise, it will be just a fun experiment, even if I just get 1 or 2 blooms off of them. So 2 of them are potted here, and then 3 are like these bare root bags. We will be potting those up this evening. I know nothing about this brand. What is the brand? Trying to find, it just says Garden Rose on the pot. Garden Rose. I don't know if that's the brand of this company that provided these. I don't know. I have to say a lot of the roses weren't necessarily the best quality, but like I said, I'm a little stir crazy for anything gardening right now, so that's okay. But if you're looking for top-notch quality, there's Heirloom Roses that you can order roses from. Grace Rose Farm does roses. There's also David Austin that I've ordered bare root roses from. Had great success with those. But we are trying this brand right now. So just to go through the varieties, I bought these last week and I've just kept them in the garage to stay dormant, but I realized that I can't actually see what's going on in the soil if I need to add more water. I need these to stay dormant and in the garage for probably at least another month, if not longer. And even dormant plants need moisture. So that's why we were potting them up, so I can just check out their roots and see if they need more water. So just starting with this one right here, this is Angel Face. I saw it. My husband got me a bunch of flowers in February, and he gave me the prettiest pale lavender purple rose ever. It was so beautiful. So when I saw this Angel Face, the picture shows it looks like a purple colored rose. I knew I wanted it. This is zones 5 through 9. So this is one that if I really, really like it, I think I will pot this one into a pot. I have some bigger pots and I just might throw it in that and just see what happens. But yeah, that's the plan. For now, it's gonna stay in this pot. I am gonna unwrap the plastic just so I can see what's going on. But that is our first rose that I found. It has massive, you can see those branches, massive diameter. Next rose is one that my daughter picked out. This is the Alfred Sisley rose. This is a Floribunda rose, and same with the Angel Face. Those are both Floribunda roses. This is another zone 5 through 9, and it has really unique striping on the petals. It kind of reminds me like a candy cane. I don't know how big any of these get. It doesn't actually say the full size that it will get to for either of these, but thought this would be a fun one to try, just something different. All right, and then the next 3 bare root roses, these should all survive in the garden. This is, I got 2 climbing roses. This is the Don Juan rose, really pretty deep colored red. I'm surprising myself. Another red rose. Out of all my roses that I have, my favorite, Miracle on the Hudson, is this deep, the best way I can describe it is almost like a velvet royal red. And this looks like very, very similar. Zones 4 through 9, according to this package. When I was doing some research online, I saw some varying things. One, I think, said zone 5. I'm very excited about this one. I was looking up some YouTube videos and some pictures. I knew I wanted climbing roses in my garden, and I was kind of thinking of doing the like trellises or like the obelisks where you just have like this A-frame kind of with one rose climbing up the middle. But I think that would be better suited for a climbing rose that tops off at around 6 to 8 feet. These, when I was doing research, I think it said that they got 10 to 14 feet tall. And then my next option was, oh, I'll put it over an arbor. However, which I wanted an arbor with a climbing rose over it since we moved into this house almost 4 years ago. And the one thing that's stopping me is I know my husband will not like to walk through an arbor and get snagged from the thorns. I didn't think he would appreciate that very much. And then last week, I was flipping through Instagram. Someone I follow on Instagram, her name is Katya. I'll leave her Instagram link down below. Follow her. She grows some of the most beautiful dahlias I've ever seen. However, she posted a story and I asked her for her picture and I asked her if I could include the picture in this video. Her husband built this arch, this wooden arbor arch, and it is like a hexagon shape. And it's wide enough where I feel like there's more room to walk through. And because these get 10 to 14 feet tall, I feel like these will be big enough to reach all the way around the arbor. So thank you, Katya. Make sure you check her out. Next step is just to build the arbor so I can plant these on it. But anyways, got 2 of those. The last one that I got is Pink Miracle. So funny story about this. 2-3 years ago, I planted Miracle on the Hudson. I thought I got 2 of them. One turned out to be the red Miracle on the Hudson. The other rose turned out to be pink. And I was like, well, this is obviously mislabeled. It's not the Miracle on the Hudson, the red one. And honestly, it hasn't been my favorite rose. I decided last summer if it wasn't going to perform well, that was the last chance. And if last summer it didn't do well, I was going to rip it out. Well, it pays to threaten your plants because they always improve after you've threatened them. Last year it was beautiful. Deep, glossy green leaves with beautiful pink flowers. Pretty prolific. And then I saw this and I'm like, that must be what I have. So this is the Pink Miracle. So apparently there's a red Miracle on the Hudson and then there's also a Pink Miracle. So I saw this. And I wanted another one because it did so well. So hopefully this one won't take as long to perform well as the other one did, but I'm excited for this one. This one says zone 4 through 9. I could have swore the other tag of the normal Miracle on the Hudson, pretty sure that was a zone 3. So take that what it is. All I know is it does survive. So I have some just normal potting soil here, and then I have these pots. Now these are probably a little bit bigger than what I need, but I kind of wanted to be able to fan the roots out a little bit. Probably could have done a 1 gallon. I don't know, the roots are pretty long. Anyways, this is what I grabbed. This is what we're gonna do. Hopefully I have enough potting soil. I don't know, I might have enough for 2 pots. I might not get the last one planted. I brought in a bag of potting soil. It's currently frozen. So this might be a 2-day project. So I'm just going to start with adding a little bit of potting soil into the pot. We're gonna start with the 2 Don Juan climbing roses. Oh, shoot, it's all falling out. Maybe I should put it in a bowl. Oh, okay. So yes, it looks like literally wet pine shavings that they had this wrapped in. Wet to keep, the roots moist. This is what we're looking at here. So when I got my David Austin bare root roses 2 years ago, I believe, if I remember properly, this is called the crown, I think. They said to actually bury it like 1 to 2 inches above the crown. My pot's not quite big enough for that. I'm going to bury it as deep as I can. And then when I go to repot it up, let's see, this is a climbing rose. When I go plant this outside, then I'm just gonna bury it deeper. Yes, pot's definitely not big enough. All right, I brought the soil up as far as I could go, leaving a slight lip just for watering. And then you can see to the side here, this is just like the median that they had it planted in. Now, I did not add any fertilizer to this. With bare root roses, they say you shouldn't add any granulated fertilizer. So a lot of times you use like a starter fertilizer when you pot up bare roots, like Biotone or any starter fertilizer. But with granule, like I said, it can burn the roots. So for the first year, you should use a water-soluble fertilizer, but still dormant, so I'm not going to do that until later this spring once it starts to break dormancy. One done, two more to do. Okay, and I'm going to label these roses because there aren't any tags other than what was there. I had actual plant labels. Where I put them, I have absolutely no idea. And I was watching one of Steph's videos from the YouTube channel Hooked and Rooted, and she recommended using old plastic knives for plant labels. That's what I have. That's what I'm going to use. So I'm just going to take a marker. Recommended to use a garden marker. I lost that too. So I'm just using a permanent marker on some knives, and I'm just going to write the labels out. And in we go. Okay, I felt this bag of soil that I brought in. I think there's just enough not frozen that has been unthawed that I can plant up this last rose. So this is the Pink Miracle. Guess there's, oh, you know what? There's information on the back of this tag. Okay, apparently, maybe I'll just tape these to the pot. Where's my... Okay, so the Don Juan, this one says height 6 to 10 feet tall. I could have swore when I looked it up it said 10 to 14 feet tall. Take that however you see. And then the Miracle, not Miracle, the Pink Miracle says 3 to 4 feet tall and 3 to 4 feet wide. Okay, so I'm doing a label, knife label, and then I'm also going to be taping on the actual labels. All right, the soil was fairly damp already when I potted it up, but I am going to give them just a little drink to help settle that soil if there's any air pockets. And just to give it a little drink of water. And then these will be going back into my unheated garage currently. And lately, tomorrow's supposed to be 60, but then we're getting quite the snowstorm on Saturday. So I need these to stay dormant just a little bit longer. And actually one of these, which one was it? This one. This one, the Alfred Sisley, is already starting to push some new growth. So it just needs to stay slow though for a little while longer. I'm going to bring these back out to the garage. I hope you guys have a great day and I will see you next time. Bye.